Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me at the market site in Times Square, New York City, we have Raj Rajamurti. He's the founder and CEO of Utavi. We're going to take a look at an unmet need in the marketplace that Utavi is meeting. It's great to have you with us at Market Site. Welcome. Tell us more about Utavi, the story, the inspiration behind it.
Yes, of course. Utavi is pioneering a private asset exchange with full regulatory compliance. And it's also including something which is very important in private assets, which is the tradability and liquidity of those investments. Most often, you invest in private assets, it's locked in for a long period of time, and investors shy away from that just because it's hard to get their money out. So what we are providing them is both the investment access as well as the tradability option. And say a week like this in the markets, most investors would like an alternative, and they certainly don't have it as readily available. So that's what we are providing them.
Yeah, and I would imagine if you're catching this on the replay, February 28th, we were all happy to see the market close because it was quite a volatile week. Is that what makes the platform and Utavi unique?
That's certainly one aspect of it. The second aspect is if you look at most investment platforms, they are providing a financial service. What we're doing is allowing customers to create their own custom marketplaces on our platform and manage their private investment networks on the platform. So effectively, they're managing their entire investment process through our platform, and we are providing them the tools and infrastructure to do so. And all of this is fully compliant, so they don't have to worry about violating any regs or any kind of laws.
All right, now what's that unmet need that's in the marketplace that you're creating that solution for?
I think if you look at investments in general, people are very comfortable with investing in equity markets just because they're very familiar with the process. But if you look at investing in private assets, the process is very opaque. And you typically hand your money off to an intermediary who takes the money and invests it for you. And really, you don't know what's going on in the process as an investor. So what we're doing is providing the investor direct access to these very lucrative investment opportunities, which are private and which are typically relationship-based. So we're giving them that opportunity, which today doesn't exist very easily.
Why do you think this has not been created before as part of it? You have to be a qualified investor. Not everyone has access to it. Why hasn't this been done before?
I think it has been attempted in many different flavors. Many of the platforms that have tried to do it have not been fully regulatory compliant. Some of them provided partial solutions and depended on third parties to complete the end-to-end solution. And still others provided niche market solutions. What we've really done is provide the end-to-end solution, which is fully compliant. And it's not just for one asset class, it's for any kind of diverse asset class.
And who would this appeal to?
Primarily for large funds of assets, who want liquidity, and LPs who want liquidity from their investments. Also on the investor side, investors who want direct access to these private assets, and they typically don't have that today.
All right, Raj, thanks so much for joining us at Market Site. And thank you for joining me on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.